A good friend of our podcast channel here, Kendall Garberson, is always giving me good suggestions and comments on players to feature. Now, we've been profiling a lot of players from New Brunswick. Now, even though this player never played in the NHL, his contributions to hockey on many, many levels, both in Canada, throughout New Brunswick, internationally, has drawn him the respect of tons of people, not only the fans, but the many, many people he played with over the years. So today we're going to be talking about the pride of Dieppe, New Brunswick. If you hear this name, you got to say this guy got to be from Dieppe because he sounds like a typical Moncton Riverview Dieppe guy. Derek Cormier. Now, his extensive hockey background. Currently he's working with Pro Evolution Hockey, which is kind of a Southern New Brunswick-based hockey program. Played 18 years in Europe, including the Spengler Cup. Now, he was on Canada's national program for 2 years in 95-96, and also skated numerous other international competitions and tournaments. Now, he has coached a significant amount of high-level youth hockey, and has also assisted with the Dieppe Flyers Bantam Major AAA team. Now, he currently works with East Coast Ice, and in developing the next generation of hockey players from New Brunswick. Now, Derek efforts on Pro Evolution Hockey have taken the next level, and again, his efforts are trying to make people reach their best potential. Now, born again in the Moncton-Dieppe area, 5'10", 177. First came to major prominence with a team I've covered in the past on different levels, the Moncton-Dieppe Beavers of the MJAHL. First season with the squad in 92, some big totals, 91 points, including 36 goals in 43 games, 9 points in the playoffs. Then second year with the Moncton-Dieppe Beavers, probably one of the best totals in franchise history, with 53 goals in 47 games, 121 points, and 8 points in the playoffs. Now, he eventually graduated, no pun intended, to University of New Brunswick program, skated for 2 years, and over 2 seasons, he had 87 points in 52 games, including 51 goals. Very, very strong in the power play, very strong on both ends of the ice, one of the best two-way players of the perennial UNB strength of the 1990s. Now, 95-96, like I said, he moved on to Team Canada. Now, 97, this is where he found himself in Europe. In 97, he played with Cormier Adler of the DL League, where he had 48 points in 47 games and 7 points in the relegation playoffs. Now, he split 98 with Cormier Adler, Villachar SV of Austria, and Fassa of Italy. Now, that season, he put up 23 games and 55 goals. Now, 99 and 2000 with Star Bulls Rossheim of the DL League, again put up some strong totals, 45 goals over 2 years. 2001 with Isbaden Berlin, 38 points in 60 games. 2002 was a very interesting year. He played with Revier Lohen Oberhausen of the DEL League with 48 points in 59 games, and was brought back to North America for the Fresno Falcons of the WCHL. He had 12 points in 7 regular season games, including 5 goals. But get this, ladies and gentlemen, 15 points in their playoff runs in 15 games, including 5 goals. 2003, he found himself with HC Ciari of the NLB League, 51 points that year. 04, HC Sadi Aniviez for the next 3 seasons, 24, 28, and 39 goals in a regular season, with just as much impressive play in the playoffs. 07, HC Sadi Anivas C of the NLB League, EHC Visp as a loan of the NLB, and HC Frigborg Gotthard as a loan as well, and for their playoffs and regulation playoffs respectively. Now, 08, the HC Saturday again, we had 56 points in 29 games, and with the Cloten Flyers as a loan in 08, we had 4 points in the regular season and 5 points in the playoffs. Now, again, back to HC Saturday in 09, 10, and 11, with the HC Saturday C-level team in 2012-13, and he also played with the EHC Olton of the NLB, where he put up 17 points in 15 games and 25 points in 17 playoff contests. Now, He returned to North America full-time in 2004, playing for the vaunted Memramcook Acadians of the NESHL, one of the best senior leagues in the province. 12 points in 8 games in a regular season, with 9 points in 7 playoff games. Now, Ilse Boktok Hawks called him in 2015, again of the NESHL, 21 points in 7 games in a regular season, and in the playoffs, Dynamite totals 10 goals, 11 assists for 21 points. Now, he also played the Spengler Cup in 2003 for Kölner High, where he had 2 assists in 4 games. Now, 1 season in Austria, 50 points in 1 season. DL League had 116 goals and 245 points in 286 games. Team Canada again did quite well, 39 points. Played in Italy, 6 points. MJHL, he had 89 goals and 123 assists in 90 games. The NESHL, 33 points in 15 regular season game and 30 points in the playoffs. The NLA 3 games. For the NLB, of course, his big campaign, 760 points in 11 seasons, 455 games, with 294 goals. Spengler Cup, again, 2 points in 4 games. CIAU, CIS, or U Sports, 87 points in 52 games. And, of course, that playoff in the WCHL, 12 points in a regular season, and 15 points in the playoffs. So, ladies and gentlemen, what a career. Well over 400 goals internationally, quite a few goals nationally, many awards again. He was the RBC CJHL Player of the Year 93. He was a 94 Rookie of the Year for the AUS or CIU. 2002 WCHL Taylor Cup champion, where he won a title that year, of course. 2004 led the NLB in points in the playoffs with 21. 2007 led the NLB in points. 2011 led the NLB with most assists and most points with 56 and 85 respectively. And 2013 he had most playoff goals with 14 and playoff points with 25. So very, very tremendous results. And when you talk about hockey in New Brunswick, you got to talk about somebody that has the the talent to back it up. What a role model he's been to hockey players throughout New Brunswick, to hockey fans throughout Europe, to the AUS-CIU fraternity, even a major minor pro in the States. And I'm sorry I never mentioned Derek Cormier. I thank Kendall for reminding me. And I do remember covering him back in the day, and I always wondered if he was ever going to make the NHL. But we see this came very close. I think with expansion, he should have got a better chance, but you never know. Like certain players have a great career in Europe, and he definitely had that. And, you can always say he is probably one of the greatest athletes in the Cormier family. There's been many.